Trying again. Hello, I don't know how long this is going to last. I'm having connection issues. Let's see, does anybody hear me or see me now? Hi Sarah May, hi Judy, hi Lisa. Okay, let's see how long it stays live now. Well, what happened is, same thing that happened yesterday. When it's super windy, I've been going into those little cubby areas with the picnic tables, and when I do that, I think I lose service. How does the sound sound? How does the sound sound out here in the wind though? Because if it's too much, I'll walk to the parking lot. Otherwise, I'll set up right here in the wind. Hi Lisa, hi Sherry, hi Naomi. Sarah says it sounds fine. Sherry says it sounds fine. Okay, then we will set up right here. So if you can just bear with me a second. Okay. Almost. Thanks for your patience. We'll figure this out. It was definitely deja vu about, remember when I didn't have, when YouTube wasn't working for my channel for like, I don't know, what was it, 6 weeks or so? Felt like forever. Remember that? That's what I had deja vu of this morning. And I was very sad for a moment. Okay. Yeah, this is where I set up yesterday, right next to the boardwalk. This is the boardwalk where you come through from the parking lot. And so I ended up coming to the same spot because I was giving up on my way to the parking lot yesterday as well. Yeah, the clouds are beautiful today. So is the water. It's really beautiful down here. It's very windy. The red tide is strong today. I've been coughing already and my eyes are burning, but not horrible. Not horrible. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for all the compliments on my top. This is that same Amazon top that we were talking about that I did the poll on in the Create, Share, Inspire group on Facebook. And you noticed that the colors that I was showing you that the top came in, it wasn't just that it was the same print that came in different colors. They're totally different prints. And so this black floral print actually has a striped floral as well as an offset, like tossed floral. That's the word in the fabric design business, which I've learned from designing fabric over the years. So it has, and then it has another stripe of the pink, and I thought that the combinations of the different stripe patterns actually, the different floral patterns, actually came across striped and very textural and interesting to me, so that's why I fell in love with this one. And it has lots of light blue, a little bit of hot pink on the black background. I'll show you the back. So it ties in the front just like the other one. I know, my keys look awful like that. Not the most attractive look to hang your keys from a carabiner on your pants, but when I come to the beach, it's the only way I feel confident that I'm not going to lose them. I love the colors in this. Love the light blue, so I wore light blue denim to pick up the light blue in the top, and I accessorized with the hot pink in my lipstick and my bow, or not bow, flower pin. Happy birthday, Beatrice. Hi, Pamela. Sherry's birthday's coming up. Happy birthday, Sherry. You're about to get a birthday email from me a couple days before your birthday. Someone mentioned my hair today. I tried the crown braid today, and it was not successful, but it's my first attempt, so I'm okay with that. I don't know if you saw it when I turned around, but I started the braid here, and I came all the way around down the back, and it ended here. So I felt pretty good through here, felt okay through here, started losing confidence around here. And once I got here, I had no idea what the hell I was doing. So I didn't know how to carry it up. Didn't know what to do, so I made a little bun and put a flower on it and said, you know what, we're going with it. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you all like it. I feel good. I'm going for a haircut today, and I gotta say, the older I get, the more nervous I get about haircuts, and it's probably why I take too long to go. And by taking too long to go, I have more damage when I get there. But I trust my hairdresser and I like her a lot, And every time I go to see her, I say, is my hair still healthy enough to be long? And every time she goes, yeah, it's still healthy, it's fine. And we do a little trim and I leave. And the last week or so, my hair, I don't know, it's feeling thin to me. The ends look super straggly, which means I waited too long for a haircut anyway. So I'm hoping she doesn't say, yeah, Kristin, it's time to cut it off. So you'll know by tomorrow what she told me today. So we'll see what she says, and whatever, it's got a dress. Oh, we'll start it over, Melissa. Would love to hear it. Yeah, so whatever style I need to do, whatever length hair I need to be healthy, I will rock it no matter what, and I will find all sorts of ways to style it, because now that I'm so much better at braids and different hair techniques, I can do that with any length hair, you know, assuming it's this, you know, this or this. So I'm not worried about that. Oh, you're welcome, Raina. Have you tried dry shampoo or other texturizing products? Because that is how I'm successful at braids. If you haven't, I highly recommend you try that. It'll help you with your braids a lot. Ah, there you go. That's what you need to do. It gives you the texture so that your hair sticks to itself. And by doing that, it helps stay in place. Otherwise, my hair is super fine and super silky and it would fall out. Do I color my hair? No, I do not, Lily. My hair is sun bleached. A little bit of lemon. Every couple of months I'll toss some lemon juice into my roots, but it's sun bleached and turning gray. And for some reason the color of my hair and the color it's coming in gray is still looking mostly blonde. So I'm gonna go with it as long as I can. If I have, I'm not sure if I'm gonna color my hair when the time comes. Haven't gotten to that point yet, so I'll deal with it when it gets there. Yes, Raina, I'm very lucky with the way my gray's coming in, because it's coming in, it's making me look more ashy blonde than golden blonde like I used to be. So just gonna go with it. I know, I'm lucky in that respect, Sherry, absolutely. We have no control over our genes. Excuse me, pardon me. Hi, Kimberly from North Carolina. Hi, Charlene. Thanks for joining me live. Ooh, Lisa uses Moroccan oil in her hair. That's nice. That's good for smoothing out frizzies. It's a boiling sun today where Nikki is. Oh, wow. It's just, the day's just beginning here and it's already hot, so I'm sure it's going to be super hot by the end of the day here as well. Today would have been my dad's 71st birthday, and I'm sure some of you can relate. As a mom, I was rushing around so much this morning that I forgot to talk to my son about it before taking him to tennis, and I feel guilty because I didn't have an opportunity to say something nice to him about his grandpa this morning. And I have dinner plans later this evening, and he wants to stay home for it, and you know, it just kind of bottled me up and made me go crazy with guilt for a few minutes, and I'm trying to let that go. Ooh, Beatrice, I'm guessing you mean in Celsius. 40 is hot in Celsius. Karen wore her chandelier earring yesterday. That's awesome. I'm wearing mine today too. I'm wearing mine in bling. Thanks, Raina. Yeah, it is a difficult one. It's his first one since passing, so a little bit difficult. And I don't remember if I mentioned yesterday or not, but Marlon and I are going to scatter his ashes this weekend. We were waiting for family to come down, and they decided not to come down. So enough time has passed, we thought, and since it's his birthday, we thought it was the right time to go. So Friday after tennis, we're going to get in the car and drive towards the Keys and find somewhere cool and awesome and natural and beautiful to spread his ashes and maybe spend a little bit of time this weekend. So if everything works out, we will be on a field trip for Yarn on the Beach Saturday morning, which means I will be on the East Coast and be able to do an East Coast sunrise, and we'll watch the sunrise over the water instead of the buildings and the trees. So keep your fingers crossed that all that works out. We're having a heck of a time finding a budget-friendly hotel anywhere from Miami to Isla Mirada. And I don't know, Marlon and I have not been on vacation in probably 10 years, so if we can just go for a day and a half, or maybe a day and a half, 2 days, whatever it ends up being, do a nice memorial for my dad, then he loved a good deal and he loved a good dinner, so we're going to see what the best elaborate Groupon we can find to go out to a nice dinner Saturday night and do one more nice big memorial for him. If we could find somewhere that does big juicy steaks or a surf and turf and find it on a Groupon, because my dad loved Groupon, that's what we're hoping to do. It will work itself out. Yeah, I know, Charlene. How easy is it to do? We get so wrapped up. So I'm gonna try to wrap all this up in a pretty bow this weekend. Marlon cared for him very much. He was very close to his grandpa, so it's really important to me that I do it right for Marlon. So that's that. How about these colors this morning? We've got some really weird greens in the water, but also interesting. Hi Karen, KB, thanks for joining. Lots of clouds. Let me show you the whole beach. Thanks, Carmen. So we've got the beach to the north. We've got quite a few people walking around, checking out the beach. We've got a few of the turtle nests still preserved. And then to the north, to the south, not much activity, only a couple of people. Like I said though, it's really windy down here. It's not for sunbathing. I mean, walking at best, and that's only if you're not reacting adversely to the red tide. And then here is the big fireball in the sky and the walking path. And I think we saw a little bit of Dolly the Wonder Wagon in there too. Good morning, Ruthie. Thanks for joining. So anybody that's interested in this top or any of the other prints or any of the other clothes that I wear here at Yarn on the Beach, that would be available in my Amazon shop. Amazon.com/shop/Kristin Omdahl. And the other new, let's see, yeah, it's a light crowd. I forgot to schedule the post until about 10 minutes before we went live, so there was nobody here like in the 30-minute, there wasn't a chat room for 30 minutes earlier. My fault. Hi Vilma, thanks for joining from Puerto Rico. Glad to have you. Thanks, Kimberly. I am a huge fan of hot pink lipstick. All sorts of raspberries and pinks and hot pinks. If you want to know some of the colors that I wear, I also pop those into my Amazon shop. We get lots of questions about my lipstick colors, and you all know how much I love lipstick. That's why I carry so much with me all the time. Depends on my mood, what color I wear, or my outfit. So I've shared some of my favorite colors there too. Lisa, yeah, I'm happy to do that. As I buy stuff, I will be posting more stuff. Oh my God, the polka dot dress came in that I told you guys about. And I know I said I wasn't going to, I'm not going to post things that I want to make sure that I only am recommending things that I've worn and love and can tell you all the juicy details about. So the polka dotted dress is gorgeous, and I've just been waiting for the right day to wear it here. And in the wind is probably not the best day to wear the polka dot dress. But if you're looking for a beautiful, girly, feminine polka dot dress, the one in my Amazon shop is really cute. Really affordable too. The only thing is, go up a size if you are big busted like I am, because it is a button down top. But it has stretch in it, so you will be pleasantly surprised at how that works. Melissa just found the chat. Wonderful. Yeah, not good in the wind. Most dresses aren't good in this much wind. Yes, I did get the yellow, and I'm going to end up buying it in some of the other colors because I really like it. Oh, I also repurchased, remember the bright blue strapless maxi dress that I wore earlier this week or late last week? I ended up buying it in black as well. I love that dress, and it's going to be a great way to accessorize with different shawls and stuff. Yeah, it's definitely beautiful. The maxi dress is too. Jean, you sent me, what is that thing called? The tip. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what it's called. Super chat. Thank you so much. It was so nice of you. Thank you very much. It always reminds me of tip your waitress, right? That's awesome. Thank you so much, Jean. I appreciate it. That's so awesome. Lisa has to reboot. And I saw some people are just learning how to chat this morning. That's cool. I think it's about turning your device. You either, if you're looking in one direction and you turn it in the other direction, if you don't see the chat, you just have to turn the other direction. So I'm not sure which way that works. So if you don't see the chat, turn it in the other direction. Oh, Pamela, let's just get used to it. Let's get used to the tipping your waitress technique. That would be wonderful. Don't be scared. Let's get used to it. Hi, Edna. Hi, Gloria. Thanks for joining me live. Okay, then the other new thing that is in my Amazon shop. Where did I put it? When I was packing up in the wind and the no connection. The other new thing in my Amazon shop is my Create, Share, Inspire notebooks. And these are, I got lots of great feedback about it yesterday. Ended up being on the bestseller list, not the bestseller list, hot new release list. I was on the front page of the hot new releases list on Amazon yesterday for self-help journaling books, which was so awesome. And got lots of great feedback from everybody about it. Thank you so much for everybody who's already purchased it. And I got a lot of questions about journaling too. So I'm so glad that I'm given the opportunity to share journaling to some people for the first time. And Ruthie's an avid journaler. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I think it's the red tide getting to me this morning. Sorry about that. Gabriella's working on the Meshberry top. Wonderful. Lisa, I need to know the weight. You need to know the weight to know what yarn to substitute. Great question, and we can talk about that as well. But I just wanted to get back to this for 1 second. And some people said that they've never journaled before, and how would you even begin to start? And I think one of the most powerful ways to journal is just to try to connect to yourself. And if you can just think of one compliment or one kind thing to say to yourself every day, that's it. If it's just a phrase, not even a whole sentence, if you could just think of one nice thing to say about yourself to yourself, it's private, remember? It only goes for you. Hi, Joanna from Poland. Thanks for joining me live. You can think of one kind thing to yourself. I am certain that within 30 days, your life will be changed for the better because you've said something nice to yourself for 30 days in a row. You'd be amazed at once you start doing something consistently and positively and focused, you'd be amazed at how much power there is in that. Now, there are other things you could write about every day. You could say one kind thought to yourself. It doesn't even have to be a whole sentence if you're not ready for a whole sentence, right? It could be a couple of words, a phrase. How about saying something you're grateful for? It could be some minute detail of something that someone in your life did to you. It can be small. It can be the tiniest, like speck of sand small. As long as you're saying and thinking positive thoughts and writing positive things in here, it grows. And it's that connection between in your head and getting on paper. It helps it to swirl around you more and just becomes more powerful. And it sounds crazy, but I'm telling you it works. I've been doing it for years. Now, there are other ways to journal too. And there are ways to, you can write down your creative ideas. You can write down your thoughts on anything. And the beauty of that is that you hang on to them. And then you can go back and reference them. Like I write in my journal different thoughts. I'll like draw the sketch of a design and then write about what the inspiration is behind it. And if I don't get it done, I hang on to them and I come back to that idea. The other thing is I've left areas for you to color in each page. And sometimes it helps to settle your mind to either doodle in the white space or color in the lines. And just by doing that for a little bit, it helps focus your mind and settle it so that you can begin to think about the ideas that your brain wants to come out. So there's all sorts of ways to be creative and to stay focused for yourself. And yes, it is absolutely for everybody. Journaling, it is good for anybody. And it's just how you use it that can be different. And how you use it can help you in different aspects of your life. But it is good for everybody. I am getting it translated into other languages now. So it's going to be a new issue every month. This is the first issue. Oh, and all of the covers are photos that I took here of the beach. So this is the first issue, which is the beach right here. It's going to come out in Spanish in the next couple of weeks. I have French coming, Dutch, German, Polish, and anybody else, possibly Portuguese, and anybody else who is interested in helping me translate it into other languages. I would be more than happy to talk with you outside of the podcast. Please email me at projectkristincares@gmail.com. This book was actually picked up in all of the Amazon shops throughout the world yesterday, so no matter where you live, you can buy this on Amazon Prime and get it in 2 days in any of the Amazon markets, so yay for that. So now let's get back to Lisa's question about yarn substitution. And you'd be amazed about what I'm going to say. You can substitute any yarn for any project. But there's a giant but in there, okay? If you want it to fit the exact pattern, it has to achieve the same gauge. Now, is it always going to look the same? Absolutely not. Is it always going to be the same size? Absolutely not. Depending on the fiber content, the weight of the yarn, and the gauge and the hooks or needles you use, you have so many variables through all that, that all of those will affect the outcome of what you've put together. So let's say the pattern calls for a lace weight yarn and a size 3 needle hook. So a size 3 would be 3.25 millimeter, whether it's a knitting needle or crochet hook. And let's say it takes 1,000 yards. Excuse me. So 1,000 yards of lace weight yarn with 3.25 millimeter is going to produce this size project. Now, the stitches that it calls for, you can use those stitches and follow the stitch pattern of that project for any yarn. It could be super bulky. You can do the same stitches. Can you buy the book from eBay? I'm not sure which book you mean. Do you mean this one? This one is only available on Amazon right now, but it will also become available on my website probably by next week. I do not have it available on eBay right now. Okay, so going back to the yarn thing. So let's say you wanted to do the same stitch pattern in super bulky yarn, or let's not go so extreme. Let's say worsted weight. So on a worsted weight yarn, you're going to use a size 5 millimeter, 6 millimeter, which is an 8, 9 needle or crochet hook. You could do the same exact stitches, no problem. But if you want the same outcome, the same width, the same length, then you will have to adjust how many of those stitches you do. And that's where gauge comes in. I don't have any water with me, Naomi. I drank all of it. But it's not that I need to, it's the red tide that is tickling my throat. I don't know if even drinking would help with that. So I gave you an extreme example, Lisa, but let's come now back to doing a substitution that's close. Let's say that you're using the pattern calls for sport weight yarn. Let's see, do I even have one? I might even have one. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to give you 2 examples with yarn. My eyes are stinging a little bit, but it's not too bad. Thanks for asking, Karen. So here's a lace weight shawl. Okay, here's a lace weight shawl done on fingering weight yarn. Oh, Naomi, what a great day to release the journals on National Self-Care Day. That's awesome. Thanks for telling me. So here's a lace weight shawl. This is it's a fingering weight. This is done in Be So Fine yarn, and it takes 650 yards of fingering weight yarn on a size H8 or 5mm knitting needles. Yes, I agree, Judy. Self-care day should be every day, and with a journal it can be. So if you wanted to do this on a sport weight, a DK, or a worsted weight yarn, you would just adjust the needle size and make it, since this one is a top down, you would just adjust your needle size and just complete it when you like the size that it becomes. This is an older colorway of Be So Fine yarn. It is not available right now. I do have a similar color, not exactly the same, but Sangria would have some of the pinks and reds in it like this one does. So let's say you wanted to do this in a worsted weight yarn. You would go up a couple of needle sizes and you would start from the top down, but you would probably need less rows to finish it. Now, is it going to look the same? No, not going to look the same because it's going to have a thicker fabric. But that's okay. There's different ways to make things, and sometimes, good morning, sometimes people like a thicker fabric. And if you wanted to have this loose drapey gauge, you're still going to want to go up in needle sizes from whatever size gauge is on the yarn label. So like a fingering weight yarn, to do a solid stitch, you're doing this on a 2 or a 3, whereas to do this loose gauge, we did it on an 8. So you want to do that accordingly to whatever size yarn you use. Now, to explain Lisa's question a little bit further, here is a sport weight sweater, and this is done on a size 3 needle as well. Now let's say you wanted to do this in fingering weight. You could, this is in Be So Sporty, let's say you wanted to do it in Be So Fine yarn. You could possibly use the same size needle and get a very similar gauge, but it would be a thinner fabric. So instead of being a solid fabric where you wouldn't need a tank top underneath it, you might need a tank top underneath it if you went with a thinner yarn and still achieve the gauge. You're going to get a looser fabric. Let's say you wanted to go up to a thicker yarn. Let's say you wanted to make this in worsted weight. I guarantee you, you're going to change your gauge or you're going to have a too dense of a fabric. So let's assume you did this on a size 3 needle. Thought I had a bug. Okay, I don't. Hi Teresa, thanks for joining live. Yes, glad to have you. Let's say you wanted to do this on a worsted weight yarn. It's going to affect your gauge, which means it's going to affect the number of stitches you need to make the size you're making. So it does get pretty complicated once you're doing sized garments. If you're doing top-down garments, excuse me, or you're doing top-down shawls, it doesn't matter. Start with whatever you want to start with and just finish wherever you finish. If you like the drape and the feel of what you've made, it doesn't matter. With sized garments, it matters. So then to go back to Lisa's question with one more aspect, seriously, we could talk for 5 hours on this, but I want to talk one more tiny detail about this. Let's say this is done in Be So Sporty sport weight yarn, and you wanted to substitute with another sport weight yarn. So let's just assume you're going with Be So Serene, my other sport weight yarn that's organic cotton. The fiber content can affect your gauge as well. So even if you're using the same weight and the same weight, same yardage yarn, but it's a different fiber content, you'll have to see how it affects your tension and how water affects the gauge to make sure that it's the same gauge. Otherwise, it will end up a different size. So I hope that that has helped anybody. We only have a few minutes left, so if anybody has any immediate questions about that, please feel welcome to ask me. I will stop talking and read. Yes, for sized garments, Judy, there's no way around swatching if you want success. I missed what Judy was saying, I think. You can't mix 45. I don't know what you mean, Gloria. I'll wait and see 1 minute, see if she says anything, but we're almost out of, we're actually out of time. if I could answer that one more question though. Can you mix a 4 or 5 yarn? You'll have to do a gauge swatch and see. It'll depend on the fiber, your tension, what yarns you're comparing. I mean, it can be anything from working really well to not working really well, and you won't know until you try. But it's absolutely possible to substitute yarns. I do it all the time. Sometimes it has beautiful results and sometimes it doesn't, but you won't know until you try. Trying for perfection in what, Lisa? Well, I think we could talk about yarn substitution again tomorrow if anybody wants to. If you have any more specific questions, please feel welcome to get them ready, and we can talk about it again tomorrow, but we're almost out of time. Oh, Karen says, yes, yarn labels is another thing. Let's talk about it tomorrow, because yarn labels can also be misleading at times or easy to be confused. So let's talk about it again tomorrow. So we're out of time. Let's take a look at this magnificent view and set our intentions for the day. Oh, listen to a few more of those beautiful waves. Man, that's gorgeous. Love the big waves. Love it. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me. I hope you enjoyed the sunrise, the sound of the waves, the beautiful scenery, chatting with me and everyone else here. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye.